Happy Friday Night Live. We are here tonight. We're going to do some cacti. Yay! I hope everyone's excited. I'm going to be working on traditional watercolor paper. And the paper I'm going to be using, because I know you guys are going to ask, this is actually from my watercolor book. It's Canson paper. 140 pound, 300 grit. So, cold press. Oh, sorry. Hi, everyone. Oh, it doesn't appear that I have comments again. Oh, we knew that, right? So this is the one that I'm going to do. And I did a little mock-up. Silly. You guys know how great I can draw. But anyways, we'll see where it goes tonight. Katie's got some fantastic cacti that she's going to do as well. So I hope you guys are all ready. I didn't trace a thing. I'm gonna sketch live. Oh my god. I might pass out from fear. And I can't see nothing that you guys are saying. So happy Friday. Let's see who's on. I can see who's on. Joan D, Heather, Sarah, Heather, aw, Jane and Allison, Beverly, Amy. Here's Katie. Let me grab her. Lyra, Jackie, Karen, Connie. Hi, everyone. Welcome, welcome. And with the split screen, you're not going to be able to see everything that I am using tonight. So, hi, Katie.
Hello, everybody.
Woo woo. It's exciting. I think the cactus are going to be okay fun. Yeah? We could do it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I think it's gonna be totally fun and something different. It seemed like everybody was really excited about the cactus. I didn't realize that we had so many cactus lovers out there.
I didn't either. I had no idea. Well, you already have yours sketched out. I'm going to go ahead and do mine, but don't feel like you got to wait for me. I think I'm going to just, what is that called? Fiddle fart? I'm going to do that.
Okay.
Okay. So I am extremely right-handed, so this is sideways for me, so I'm probably going to be adjusting the camera a bit until I get comfortable. So it's going to be weird just while I draw. Hopefully that's better for you guys, but I don't know.
We did get a couple more suggestions besides the cactus, and just letting y'all know, we will be putting that in this what you call it, schedule.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
We just went with cactus this time, and one of them was Dreamcatcher, so I thought that was a good one.
Oh yeah, I like that idea too.
I'm gonna use my kneadable eraser and get off a lot of this
Me
pencil mark
too. I got mine out.
because I don't want to be dragging all that graphite into my watercolor.
She doesn't want to be a dragon, you guys.
No.
No dragon. See, I already need to start a new one. It's pretty amazing eraser. Let's see. And thankfully these are just loops, but I still can't even make a great loop.
Oh, I didn't either. There was a lot of erasing that went on here. Then you just massage it out and get rid of all those
Yeah,
marks and
yeah.
everything.
It's kind of therapeutic. I like this little thing.
And then I just put it back into a square and mash it back into the container. Don't leave it out like I did because they do dry out.
Yeah, don't do
I
that.
made the mistake of leaving it in a ball and it just got all cracked and gross. And also, they do get old, like to the point where when you go to erase something, it's just gray because there's so much graphite in your eraser. So they don't last forever, but they sure work well.
All right, I think this is my crazy looking cactus.
You whipped that out quick.
It's crazy looking. All right, I am going to do the erasing part. I do mine different though. I just roll. I don't have enough finger strength, so I use my palms. And I make a big long log. Yeah. And then knead
I'm
it.
keeping my mouth shut on that one.
All right, see, done. Easy peasy. Now you can't even hardly see it.
So
Bring it in.
I'm just showing y'all that um I have out some of my neons and I also have some gouache out. So we'll see how things are going and if I need to change or not change or what. I don't have my little palette. Let me grab my little palette.
Okay. Scary. All right, I'm going to be working mostly wet on wet with my neon gouaches. Here, I'll pan over to the paint. I've got, those are the Pride gouache. This is mix of neon. This is the Tropical Sunset, minus the yellow, and the red is over here under my brown. Sorry, that's the red, and then the yellow for that is there. Let's see. So this is available. It is in the irregular paint category because we have it all. It's in different size pans. It's not beautiful, like as far as aesthetically, but the paint is still the same beautiful paint. Anyways, so here is the neon gouache that I'll be using. Already in the palette. Activated, ready to go. I almost just saw my life flash before my eyes. Woo! My neon light almost just fell on me, and that thing weighs like 402 pounds.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, everybody done being dizzy? Here we go. You ready to paint?
Oh yeah.
All right.
I'm still prepping a little bit here, so don't mind me. You go ahead.
Okay. I am getting my paper wet where I want to work first. And then I'm going to start layering some colors. And it's going to be a lot of back and forth, you know, just dropping in crazy color.
Hello, everyone popping in. How is everybody doing tonight?
Let's see. Hi, Erin and Christy. Thank you, Christy, for all the lovely, lovely, beautiful artwork and gifts. Thank you.
Yes, we showed it off the other night. You weren't here.
Yeah, this is my attempt at playing with watercolor on paper. She's a professional. And guys, this, Katie and I, you could call them tutorials if you want to, but we're just arting with you. You know what I mean? It doesn't mean I'm a professional or I even know
Right.
what I'm doing. It just
By
means
no stretch of the imagination am I a
I'm
professional.
I'm just painting with you. So I think everybody calls them tutorials, but they are paint-alongs. So, and I make mud really nicely. I'm just adding lots of water so it'll kind of bleed into the other areas. I like that look, so gives it this interesting look. All right, I'm going to work on another area. And I don't have comments, guys, so if I missed it, I'm sorry.
Jennifer said she was looking forward to tonight because she had a grumpy day.
Oh, no grumpy days. Sorry. I know how that is. I get grumpy. Katie can attest to that. Poor
Yeah, we
Katie.
all do though. We all have our grumpy moments.
Yeah.
I had a very grumpy moment this morning and Wanda got a voice message from me. Urgh.
I forgot to talk to you about that. Oh my gosh, by the time you got here, you were good.
Yeah, no, I had calmed down after I sent you that message. I was like, okay, I'm good. But it just frustrates me to no end that these guys that drive these vans to drop off people act like they are the king of the road and that you just get out of your way. And it's like, we're all there to drop off people,
Yeah.
And it's frustrating that they think they're the
But
special person there.
they own it.
I'm like, y'all better back off. We're all here. Actually, I said, this is what I told him. Yeah, I did tell him, y'all.
Oh no.
I got out of the car real quick and I was like, dude, we're all here to drop off and pick up people. So use some etiquette. Yeah, and he would not look at me.
Uh-oh.
I
He
think
probably
he
didn't
was
know
scared
what
of me.
he probably didn't know what the word meant.
See, y'all, and when I do stuff like that, like it makes me feel guilty then because, that wasn't very kind, but he wasn't being kind either. So, not that one bad, you know how that saying goes, but
Two wrongs don't make a right.
yeah, but I just lost it.
I hear you.
I wanted to get to my friend's house.
I hears you.
I'm going to pop in a little bit of Prussian blue if I can get it open. Oh, that's killing my hand.
I swapped my cactus colors. I'm okay with that though.
No, I was nicer than that, Jenny, but I did have some attitude.
Tude's
I won't
okay.
lie.
Tude is
And then
okay.
and then the look, like I'm watching you. And he just would not look at me.
Mm.
Hi, Patsy. Hi, Bonita. Wanda's almost done with hers, and I'll be
No,
here till
I'm not.
next week. So,
Whatever. I am not almost done with mine. You're crazy. Katie's stand up tonight.
what?
I said, you're
No,
doing stand up tonight. I'm almost done. Oh my gosh, please, girlfriend.
that's your job. You do the stand up, not me.
I'm tired of standing. You do it. I know, I know. Play on words. I think we should have been sisters.
Yeah.
Whew. I am warm.
You're what?
Seriously. I'm hot.
Ah,
I'm hot. I think. Oop, I made brown again.
'cause it's so hot in here. Sorry.
Yeah. It's getting hot in here. I don't know if anybody's asking, but these are the Artegria Intuition Round. I was using number 10. I like them because they come back to a nice point. And
Yeah,
I did the wash with number 12.
and I'm number 6.
And that's what I'm using now, number 6.
Connie Faulkner said she's using Derwent tonight. That's a good choice.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be cool, curious to see how that comes out. So make sure y'all post. And where do y'all post? In the event where you say going or maybe or not going. So if you go to the top of the page and scroll over to events and click on that, it'll show you all our events that are current and past and future. And make sure you go to the one that we painted and then click on it. And inside there, you can make posts. And so that's where you should post your finished artwork. And don't forget that there is prizes given and it's random, so it has nothing to do with how well your artwork is or anything like that. It's all random on a wheel. So the last few, the Quirky Bird had a lot of people, but the rest were really small drawings. So make sure y'all are entering y'all's rocks in, and because there are prizes.
Yeah. This is that Istanbul turquoise. I'm just dropping it in around the cactus that is down here too. Okay, cactus or cacti?
Hello, Kathy. I don't know. I thought it was. Isn't cacti like one?
I think cacti is more than one.
Oh, you mean we're not painting cactuses?
I don't know. Oh my God. I think we might be.
Well, I learned something. Well, actually, my husband taught me because he's the one that comes up with all these weird kind of things, which you're pretty familiar with, Wanda. Um,
Oh,
but a lot of people think that the plural word of octopus is octopi, and that's not true. The plural word of octopus is octopuses, not octopi. So I just thought I would clear that up in case y'all didn't know that.
holy cow! I feel so much smarter now.
Right?
I do. I seriously did not know that.
Everyone's always said octopi, and that's not correct.
I wonder where are they getting their information?
I don't know. My husband likes to, learn these weird things.
Facts.
Yes, he's all into facts, and he watches these YouTube channels where it's like fact or fiction and stuff like that. And that's
Oh.
probably where he heard that, to tell you the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, see, now Jenny is taking it even way further.
Oh, really? Tell me.
Watch out.
Is this Wyatt? Hi,
Yeah.
Dan and Connie.
She says the three plurals for octopus comes from the different ways the English language adopts plurals. Octopi is the oldest plural of octopus, coming from the belief that words of Latin origin should have Latin endings.
Well,
Octopuses was the next plural, giving the word an English ending to match its adoption as an English word.
I'll be. Oh
Yeah.
my goodness.
Well, I'll be them R ducks. SMR. You haven't heard that before?
I just did. What are we talking about, Katie?
Them are.
Them are ducks. Them
Yep.
are ducks.
SMR. See, Jan, you're with me. You've heard that before. It's a whole thing that you write on paper, and um, it's like letters, and it's all, I don't know. I would have to look it up. It's been so long since I've done it, but I remember the SMR, them are ducks.
Uh-huh. No. Them are cows.
Wait, some people are not finding their event box at the top, they said.
Oh, lovely. I just mean that Facebook loves to change things, and then we all have different screens. So I don't even know how to help people anymore. Any suggestions, boss?
Well, it has to be events somewhere or another name for events. I mean,
Yeah,
wouldn't you say?
I would say that. Yeah.
I'm doing a little mixy moo over here off to the side where y'all can't see.
Mm-hmm.
Has not been on the top for over a week. Are you on a computer? Y'all probably already asked that already. I better shut up.
Uh, that's really strange that the events tab is not on the top. I don't understand. Oh my gosh. Where would it
Wanda's,
go?
Wanda's using watercolors on watercolor paper.
Yeah,
She
sorry.
cannot see your comments, so
Yeah.
just ask me and try to catch me, and I'll try to either, if I know it, I'll answer it. If I don't, I'll yell at her.
Don't yell at me.
Yeah, it's like CM wings, CM wings, dim are ducks. Okay, I'm gonna stop with the ducks, but I'm trying to remember it. Oh my gosh. Lonnie's gonna be popping in and out.
Hey,
Okay.
Lon.
I always want to say Lonnie Lou.
Oh,
She probably wouldn't appreciate that, but
you're a nickname queen.
yeah. Just like I want to call Phyllis Phil, and I just want to give everybody a nickname, but some people don't like that.
Yeah, well. Eh.
Oh, Jenny Wyatt put it up there. MR Ducks, dim are ducks.
Okay.
Dim are not, SAR. Yes, they are, being SAR.
Gotcha.
CM wings. See them itty bitty wings. Okay, see that part we didn't have. It was just the CM wings. LIB MR ducks. Hi
So is this
Lydia.
like was it like a meme or a language thing or what was
No,
this?
this we're talking old girl. This was like old mem, like
Oh,
from on a piece of paper writing it out, like
oh,
old
passing
school.
notes in school.
Old school.
Yeah, gotcha.
Lonnie says her name is Lonnie Louise, and they used to call her Little Lulu.
Oh gosh, see, you empathed her again.
That's funny. I mean, it's not funny bad. I just think that's cute, and that I some kind of knew that.
It's 'cause you got it going on, my friend.
I guess. I guess I have ESPN going. That's what I call ESP, y'all. Just not to confuse y'all, because I confused poor Dana the other day, and she didn't know what I was saying. And I was like, well, when I say ESPN, it's really ESP, because I'm a big dilly whopper. See, everybody calls Phyllis Phil. Ha.
Do you feel vindicated now, darling?
I know someone named that her name is Phil. So it can go both ways.
Oh my gosh. Whew.
What are you doing?
Dropping my paintbrush in some crazy colors over there. Not what I was looking for at all. Making a mess.
Did y'all see that? I made brown and I just scooped it right out. Connie says that she had a monarch on her miniature lilac bush yesterday, Deborah.
Ooh.
I pulled out a little pink because if I
Deborah's
had
got.
been,
Sorry, go ahead.
oh no, I was just going to say if I had been paying attention, I would have realized purple and yellow do make brown.
Yeah, purple and yellow or green is kind of a lovely
So I just
cookie.
scooped it right out and put a little pink in between and shabam. Sherry's late and she said we're pretty far.
Uh-oh. You're not late. You know, we're just doing it.
Wanda had all that done already before I
No.
was even started, so don't even stress.
What?
Did Wanda draw hers out first or is this freehand? No, she drew it out first.
I didn't
Do y'all
trace
know
though.
Wanda?
What?
I
You
said,
can
do
see
y'all
my
know Wanda?
drawing. See my drawing on there? My pencil.
Carol wrote in, hello.
Hello. I didn't trace tonight though.
Nope, she freehanded that sucker. I saw it with my own eyes.
Pretty cray right there.
I am most impressed with you, like super proud.
Aw, thanks.
That took some
Guts.
guts for sure, I know. It took me a long time to start freehanding. I didn't just start freehanding either. I was scared to death. But then I just got to a point where I had traced so much, I started thinking, why am I working so hard tracing when I could just, do that? Because it would have been something easier like this.
Mm-hmm.
And then I felt like it was hindering me tracing. So,
I haven't got there yet with the hindering part. I'm like, I never feel like I can get the quality that I want unless I trace it, you know?
yeah. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with tracing. A lot of people, especially mixed media people, they trace because a lot of their work they do, um, it really doesn't have anything to do with trying to draw. Like they're not drawers.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but it's just don't let people, make you think that it's bad to trace. You're still painting in those lines. You're still got to have some kind of ability, like shading and blending
Yeah.
and stuff like that. So there are people out there that are very open about how they feel about it, but don't listen to them because obviously they know how to draw. Right. Jennifer says tracing helps you learn to draw, and it does. It did. It helped me. So, yeah. Trace, sketch, whatever you want to do. It's your baby. And we have no rules here about
No.
that kind of stuff.
Nope, nope, nope.
So the people that are saying that their tracing is not proportional, is that like an issue that you're having with your printer or your program that you're using? I had issues, and Wanda was my printer for the longest time because my printer was horrible. But now I have this bomb printer.
My printer's it like
Dying.
actually didn't work tonight. Look.
Oh no.
Yep. It had I think it might be just dying, you know.
Yeah.
It just doesn't want to play no more. My poor printer. Okay, I add some, I'm doing wet on wet sometimes, so I add some water there. I got too much. You don't want it like soupy, but wet so that it will draw the color, uh, bleed the color, you know. Sorry for that glare. Let me see if I can, there we go. That might be better. So hard to figure out like what I want to do. Each one I move on to, it's like, what color? I always get confused with that. Like I need examples, you know?
Yeah. No, you don't want to seal your Santorini before watercolors, or the watercolors won't stick.
That is beautiful, Katie.
Oh, thank you. I'm still working on it. It's not where I want it yet, but I think yours is gorgeous.
Thank
You like
you.
kicked butt on that sucker.
Well, ha. I have a lot of other stuff I want to do to it, so hopefully I have time.
Sorry, I didn't know my palette wasn't there. How do you seal watercolor paper?
But I don't even know. I don't use it. Why would you guys ask me that? Oh my God. No, I think what's it called? That setting spray. Fixative. Kind of like hairspray, but it's, you know, something fixative. Honest to God, goodness, I've never like done a whole watercolor on paper and sealed it. I've painted a lot, but never sealed them. I've always gone for canvas or rocks or furniture or walls, you know, not papers. This is kind of new for me. So forgive my ignorance in the issue here. I see Amy and Sherlyn and Debbie
Pam
and
and
Susan and
Jane,
Linda and Mary.
Pam and Jane Cat said they use hairspray, Aquanet.
I've heard that, yeah. Hi, Emily. If you're still on, hi. Nice to see you. I can't see the comments tonight, but I'm gonna take that off and start over. I don't like that. See, you don't have to live with it, right? Just erase that,
No, not
baby.
with watercolor. It's much easier to fix if it's watercolor.
Yep.
Now y'all know why I prefer it now over acrylic, although I have been enjoying acrylic from time to time, but I pretty much prefer gouache or watercolor now.
I converted her.
But if you notice, I do it a little bit different than Wanda does. I don't like all that water. That's why I prefer gouache.
And that's why I made gouache for my friend.
So mine's much more controlled. Whereas Wanda's is much more
Loose and out of
avant-garde.
control. Mine's like a big splashy mess.
No,
Whoa, that's me
I
in
said
life too.
avant-garde. Avant-garde sounds better.
No, but it's like me in my real life. I am like, whoo, a storm. Just like a little tornado moving around with literally no
She
energy,
is.
but all the energy. It's the most bizarre thing ever. Like I'm full of like anxious energy, so I don't sit still or nothing. But yeah, I don't have energy to go do big things, you know? It's the weirdest thing. Spinning out of control.
And y'all in the grocery store, she is insane. Like she's like,
I
oh,
have little short legs.
I was having chest pains trying to walk with her.
I'm short. My husband has a really long inseam. He's not that tall, but he has very long legs, and he like can run circles around me. So I have to, run. I got used to it.
We're just all having a conversation here, and they're still talking about fixative.
Sorry, guys. I wish I could see. It's your fault, Katie. No,
They're just talking about fixative and protecting your artwork.
I'm just playing.
And I'm just over here like talking about your fast legs.
Woohoo! Me fast. Me go fast.
I'm trying to use a palette tonight because I was getting it all over my hands last live, and I didn't want to do that again.
Sorry, guys. I had to pull it up so I could see it. Let me see if I can put this back on it. Yeah. Mm. Okay, let's see if I can do this other hard thing that I'm gonna attempt. Oh my gosh.
You
Mm,
can do it.
I can do it. I'm scared.
They're saying the video is very clear this week.
Yes, I love that. Thanks, guys, for letting me know.
Honestly, I want to tell you, I think that it was hardwiring your son's computer.
Well, they say it's not like we're still pulling the same bandwidth, or whatever that is. Anyways, I think it's whatever they fixed outside in the ground.
Well, good. If that's what it was, shoot.
Yeah.
Whatever it was, it's better.
Yay.
I'm gonna go down to my. I need a smaller one. A smaller bruise. I don't know what this one is because I've rubbed it off, but it is smaller. So I need a little bit of white.
My silly vines. I'm really bad at left-sided vines. I don't know why. I gotta turn my thing. Or, no, I'll turn it this way. Ooh, there goes the sweat again. Hot flashes, the nerves.
Jackie Anderson said, "Don't be nervous with you're with family."
Aw, thank you. You know, when you get out of your comfort zone. All right, I'm going to start. Am I dry enough? I think so. Yeah, I'm going to start putting some details in here. Yeah. Yeah. I might beat you.
I told you.
Except for I just dropped every sticker I have in my watercolor.
Oh
Whoa!
my god.
Okay, not every sticker I have, because then you guys would have some watercolor stickers. But Queen now is like pretty watercolor. It's a see, now it has watercolor all over it. Oh yeah, yeah. But you guys know I'm a disaster up here, so okay, I need black, white, black and white. Pasta, oh pasta. There you are. There you are, darling. Pasta, Wanda pen. Okay. So I'm going to do the white first. And I'm just dropping in what's going to be the highlight on the little nubbies where the spikes come out.
That's my keys.
Your what?
Jeremy just threw my keys.
Oh.
He's like that. He gets in these moods.
Aw. We love you, Jeremy. Man moods.
Yeah, it's a man mood for sure. I'm trying to decide how to make sharp looking quills. That's from Joan Albert.
The Wanda pen.
My
These are super
my
good. What's your idea?
thing is my holder is wanting to fall. It's driving me
Oh.
nuts.
Hey, Justina. Gosh, all my friends and family are on tonight. Justina is my sister-in-law, married to my brother. Hello.
Hello.
Nice to see y'all. Sorry I can't see what you're saying. I have no comments. We still haven't tackled that glitch. But at least the signal is better and the quality of the stream is good, so we're not
There's no
breaking down.
comments yet.
Okay.
It's just Lori doing
Links.
link
Bless your
and
heart, Lori. Thank you.
Sherry Deshawn said try a drop of paint and use a pin to drag it out to make a quill.
That's also another good idea. That's a really good idea. We could demonstrate some of their ideas.
Okay, but right now I'm still
Like, but not
working
me.
on my cactus. You're doing all your details already?
Yeah, but there's a lot of details. Have I told you guys how much I love the white pen? Oh my God, you just barely touch it and it just, boom, it's white, you know?
Yep.
It's so good. It's good. Okay, I'm going to take Posca now because it's a actual 5, not 0.5, but 5. And, right, isn't it? No, 0.7. My bad. I lie. Jeez, you know me. I lie all the time. So, anyways, it's a bigger nib, so I'm going to do that to get the shadow side of those little bumps on a cactus. You know what I mean? And my pen just quit. But I never give Posca a chance. Oh yeah, you gotta shake it because it's a paint pen. Duh, right?
Yep.
So I'm just going up next to the white that I made and making a little bit of black. And this doesn't have to be, it could be totally messy, you know? Because that's how I roll. Messy, messy. Hi, Carol and Joanne. Hey, Joanne. Haywood. Joanne Haywood's on. What time is it there?
Phyllis said she just opened Wanda and Katie mail. Woohoo!
Oh, did you have a party in your package? That's the objective, y'all. We want you to have a party when you open it.
Yep.
Party pops out. This might be the prettiest cactus I've ever painted. Oh, it's the only cactus I've ever painted.
Is it?
Yeah. Well, it's my second one. Technically, my first one was right before live. This is my first one right before live. But do you see
She
how you
always
get
has to practice.
do you see how you get better with like 5 minutes? I mean, I feel like it's better, but I did this really fast just to see if I was even comfortable doing it. And then I did this one like slower and more thought out, you know? And what I learned by
I was
practicing,
fully confident in you.
oh, thank you. What I learned was I did not want to use my metallic paint. Come on, Bosco, you could do it. We don't got very far to go. Hi, Kathleen. Hey, Jennifer. Thank you, Jennifer and Lori, for I can't see what you're doing, but I know you're doing awesome stuff. Thank you.
Kathleen said sorry, had to leave for a minute.
That's all right. I think that's good. All right, now I'm going to get the Wanda pen, the black one, my whale. It's a little bitty tiny baby eeny weeny. Look at that. It's like a needle. It's a little bitty pen. That's what we're going to do the cactus spines with. Yeah. Okay, I'm coming in for zoom in. Okay, ready? Oh, that was me making the zoom noise. I'm pretty sure that the spines are kind of all willy-nilly, so
Teresa Weddle is in the pool with her granddaughter.
well then. And you're watching us? I think that might be the most committed. Thank
I'm
you.
pretty jealous. I
Yeah,
want to
me
be in the
too.
pool.
I want a pool.
Yeah, I want you to have a pool too.
Like that. It's smart. It's like, I don't want the bill. I want you to have the pool. I'll visit the pool. I don't want the bill either. That's a lot of water. We just entered some serious water restrictions over here.
Yep.
They are expecting, like, it's a technical almost 0% rain this summer. Like, we're going to get a few drops, but nothing that will count.
Yeah. It's a bummer.
Scary. That's scary business. Hey, Misty, Teresa.
Connie Faulkner says they have more water than they know what to do with. Lots of flooding in Montana.
I heard about that. I'm so sorry. We could use it so much.
I know. It's all out of whack everywhere. Like it's raining in places that it's like over raining, and then it's drought in places like here.
Frightening.
Jenny Wyatt said pools are a lot of work.
Yep. This is fun. I like doing the little spikies. Do they look like cactus spikies, Katie?
Yeah.
Woohoo! Gorgeous, Kate.
Thank you.
I love all those bright colors.
That's what I wanted.
You got it. You can totally do this with a brush too, if you don't have the pen or a pen.
Yeah. I hope we see a lot of cacti, cactuses, octopi.
Octopuses. No,
I
octopuses.
hope.
Terrible.
Oh my God.
What did you say? Holy Lord.
Wanda.
Shit. I had to give up. I quit.
Kathy
Okay.
loves us both. We rock. Thank you, Katie and Wanda.
I think she's reserving her right now to.
He's
Aw,
probably
thank
gonna
you.
leave.
It's like, I take it back. I take it back.
I'm out of here.
Peace out. I only love you a little bit.
Connie Faulkner said they are both beautiful.
Thank you. Pardon-moi.
Pam Hill asked where Niecy was.
Ooh, I don't know. Good question. Um, which, well, I don't know.
She hasn't popped in today.
I think she was in the hospital.
Oh, really?
Yep, we need to go check her page. It might not have been Niecy, and if she wasn't, I'm sorry, I apologize. That's why it was being reserved. I don't remember. Oh, no, wait. It was her bearded dragon passed away. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Yeah. Hello, Emmy and Judy. Misty. I got it done. Ah. Okay. I've always wanted to do this. The most fun part of the painting. You take it off and
oh.
there's like a perfect border around it. It's way cooler, right? When there's like a whole background. Maybe I should do a thing, huh? Ooh, I should. I'm going to put it back on. Psych. Oh, maybe. You know what I'm going to do, don't you? Can you guess? Can you guess? Can you guess? Can you guess?
Me?
Anybody?
I don't know. Sorry, guys. I'm way slower. I have OCD.
No. No, no, no. Okay, you might have OCD, but you're not slower. You know, we can't. It is what it is. Oh boy. Let's use oh boy. Oh boy. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Wonder brush. Wonder brush. Sure, sure, sure. Actually, yeah, nope, this works. Take a little of the ink. These are, oh my gosh. Hold on. It will come to me. Catherine Pooler. Sorry. Whew. Give me a break. It's only my second time with them. Catherine Pooler ink. Okay. And I'm going to start and build in a border. And she says it's better to dab, dab, dab. I like it already. I have this like need to swirl. Why?
I
How
have no
come?
idea.
How come do I need to swirl?
Can you use Distress Oxide?
Yes, 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 absolutely. They're just too far away from me. Absolutely, you guys. You should know that. Any ink, any oxide, even watercolor, like a gouache, you can blend with blending brushes like this. Sorry, my hand's all in the way. Sorry, sorry, sorry. And these are water reactive, so they don't do as cool of things as the oxides distress inks do. Like you don't get the hard edges, that really, really distressed look with them. But they are water reactive, so they will give you, like if you flick water on them, they will give you the spots and stuff. Okay, I'm gonna grab another color. With my purple. But first, you test it. Oh, see, I'm glad I did that because it's very dark, so you just need a little bit.
I need my little stubby
Stubby.
brush.
Uh-huh.
Dang it. Too much water. Okay. Let's get out black, Katie. Pulling every color out besides the color I need.
This is like I'm building clouds, if you're wondering. Yeah, Wanda's going banana. Banana, banana.
Isn't that your norm?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Sorry. I'm just
Why?
like over here, over here. I kept turning my rock because I couldn't figure out which way I wanted it
Ah,
pointed, but I don't want to rub my hand through the dots.
I got to. All right, let's do. Oh, get back on there. Get down on it. Get down on it. How you gonna do it if you really don't want to dance? Oh, be quiet. You're not supposed to sing. Shh.
I think Jennifer said she really didn't think that was the problem.
Oh, cool. How you gonna do it if you
Our
really don't want
wonderful singing.
to? I know, right? Huh? This is not the right color. Oh my gosh, I almost ruined my painting. Where'd my lid go? That would not let me go. No, no, no. I think I'm going to find the oxide because I have to have this certain blue. This certain blue. There it is. Tumble glass. Yeah. Now, oxides have pigment in them so they can chalk out your painting. So be careful around the edges. And that's when the detail brushes come in. And they are blender brushes too. So you could get them and finish your details. with the little ones.
Dang it.
Technically, this should have all been done before I did the others. What's wrong?
I still smudged color on my rock.
Oh no.
Hi, Bex. Now, where's my white pen?
Dun, 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 dun. I can't get it out of my head now.
Mm-hmm.
Cool in the
That's
game.
usually how it goes. It's one of those that sticks in your head.
Pointy bit. I like the cloudy sky. What do you think?
Yeah.
Are you done? Oh, I thought I was. You might have been waiting.
Uh, no. Lots of catching up.
What the mama and baby say to the mama tomato say to the baby tomato?
I don't know.
Catch up.
Oh my gosh. That's a moldy oldie.
Well, I might just be that old.
Sorry, I was
Oh my gosh.
concentrating.
Guess what? I have
What?
comments.
Yay!
Hi, Icy Bex Ball. I don't know.
Hee 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 hee.
Those look nice. You've seen them before. Are you talking about the Catherine Pooler inks or the oxides? Are you even talking to me? I'm just all full of assumptions here. Sorry, I'm catching up. Hello, Deborah. Hi, Allison. Hi, guys, everyone. Oh my gosh, I feel like I haven't seen you in a year. No. Howdy doody. The inks. I know. I'm using two different brands. This one is Tim Holtz by Ranger Distress Oxide Tumbled Glass. And I'm working that around my cactus bits here. Out here is the Catherine Pooler in the Oh Boy and the Drive-In from the Party Collection. Oh Boy's upside down, but it's Catherine Pooler's Party Collection. I believe you can get that scrapbook.com for less than you can like on Amazon. And I don't know if I even told you guys, I have the black handle brushes in now, the blending brushes. I still have these too, but I also have the smaller detail ones in. They're the flat ones, sorry. These aren't here yet, the angled ones. The flat ones are in though. And they're basically the same brush, but they're flatter, which is a better blend. Flatter, fatter. They all have their place. You know what I mean? Like the rounded tip ones are good for blending too, but I don't know. I just find these buffer ones, you know? I don't know. I like them. Yes, I'll have to touch up my plant. Because I had an afterthought with this. Do you know how you get it in your head and then you're like, oh, that would have been nice.
Yep.
Trying to do a background after the fact is kind of silly sometimes. But you know, it happens a lot in watercolor because you just can't do the same kind of watercolor with the background done. And we have a moody sky behind this cactus. All right, let me see if I can touch up some stuff. Yep, me like it. I do. All right, Mr. Whale. Jenny wants to know if you're planning a background, Katie.
Um, I don't know. I usually do backgrounds. That's probably why y'all are asking, but um, I don't know. I'm so concentrating on this right now that I haven't decided, but we'll see.
It'll come to her. I like it too, just like it is. Allison says it looks gorgeous just the way it is. But I mean, a background
Ah,
is
thank
always
you.
nice, but it's definitely beautiful. Holds its own. Not saying my background is nice by any means, but the sky. Maybe I should have gone for
I
a nice sunset desert.
I have this thing about backgrounds. Like, I just feel like they need a background. I don't know.
And usually I'm like plain white, nothing.
Yeah, no background.
Like, no, I like it clean, just white. Therapeutic. Thanks, guys. Her cactus is
Thank
beautiful.
you, Debbie. They're saying that your background makes your cactus pop. So,
Thank
you
you.
made a good choice.
Woohoo! I made a good choice for once in my life. Man, people told me my whole life, man, you made bad decisions. Oh, wait, those were like real big ones. All right, I'm going to go back to the paintbrush. I know. But don't worry. Be happy.
Be happy. But don't worry, be happy now.
That's right.
I have this thing with wanting to put glitter, though.
Mm-hmm. That's not a bad thing.
I have these colors I want to try. Oh, Lori said she put glitter for the background. Woo!
Nice. Wait, Lori, you're doing it? Nice.
Connie Faulkner. Oh my gosh, I love this cactus business. Oh, she did it earlier.
Uh-huh. Okay, I think I'm done. You know, that's the thing with art, right? When is done done? Never know when done is done.
Yeah.
When it's done, really, really done. What colors are those, Katie? We need to know. They need to know, they said.
Oh, well, it doesn't matter.
What do you mean?
Well, because it's not something that we have.
Well, it doesn't matter if we have it. What are you using? You better spill it.
I don't I don't know what it is. You gave it to
Oh,
me today.
oh, I see what you're saying.
That's why I was showing it
Oh,
to you.
those. Oh, okay. My bad. Okay, guys, those, I showed them before. Those are some that I was making samples of to see if I wanted to try it, but the pigments are untouchable unless you guys want to pay first, and then I'll order them. But it's too much.
Sorry.
No, it's cool. I'm sorry. I didn't realize that's what was going down. I thought you were using, like, I don't know, Posca or something. I'm sorry.
Well, it's gonna have to dry before you're gonna be able to see what it looks like.
But I do have something I want to talk to you guys about. Haha. You know what this is? This is the big size, or the half pans of the Aurora Ice. Yes, yes. The sample card that came out here. This size is the sample card. I do have them available in half pans. The problem is Texas. It takes a lifetime for things to dry. So, and these are different. They're flake. So it's not like normal soft pig or finely ground pigment. These are different. They're flake, so they're harder to get activated. So when you're activating them, you will dig a hole in it for sure. That's normal.
Yep.
This hole, you'll dig a hole, and that's normal. You just drop your water down in there and make it swirl. Make it, that's how you activate them, believe it or not. It's
These are
bizarre,
kind of
but
the same way.
yeah, those are flake too. They're flake. I'll show you guys what they look like before I mix them. But see, this is this color. This is the flakes, actually, the ones that Katie's using. This is this color here. This is wet and this is dry. Isn't that gorgeous? I'm
I
looking
don't
for
know
the,
through the video. I don't really see it.
watch when I bring it up. Ooh, see that?
Yeah.
It only shows it on the off focus when it started. Okay. Anyways, so to activate those, you have to get them really wet and then swirl your brush. And the funny thing is, they're soft right now. Like they've been drying for a month now and they're still soft. So I think that's just the way they are. So my question to you guys is, I haven't put them in the shop yet. Do you guys want me to put it, see the hole? That's normal. Do you want me to put them in the shop and then we can seal them up in like packages that are kind of watertight so that if they melt, I say melt because it's hotter than Hades outside. And if these get stuck in some mail truck somewhere or a mailbox half the day while you're at work, there's a good chance they could slide out of their pan. So I'm afraid to ship them. That's my conundrum here. There's the pretty blue. You can use these thicker if you wanted to use them for calligraphy writing. You just have to really, they got to be super soupy. Super duper soupy. Lots and lots of water. See, now it's really activated. And then you can use them for calligraphy if you wanted, like I did in the video. But I'll show you the trick how I did the video. This is not how I did it. Okay. That's full strength out of the pan. Okay. So to do the calligraphy, how I did is you just use just plain water. And then you make your word with the water. And then you pick up your paint or your ink or whatever you're using, and you tap it into your water. That video was sped up, I think 16 times, so if you want to add another color to it, hang on, let me grab the blue. And you touch it down. And that's how you do those letters that I did on video. What is this? Are you at, wait, hold on. On your Etsy side, what's the liquid letters? That's this right here. These. I was just using them from this other, my sample set that I had. This is the exact set I used in the video. And this is the dry picture that I made in the video. So when these dry, you can already see the H is drying. So the auroras are really cool. They are transparent, so they don't have color to them. Does that make sense? They're glitter, basically, in a flake form. So you have to think of these as glitter, not as color. It's not a color, it's a glitter. And so there's nothing but binder and glitter. So they're weird. They're mushy. They move around, but don't be afraid to get them a whole 100% wet. You know what I mean? Make them
Yeah,
soupy.
you need them very
You need
wet.
them very wet. See that how you can just dig them out of there? It's fine. Just keep them in your tray and then push them back in their little bowl when you're done, and they'll dry. And it's not a big deal. But if you want to use Aurora flakes for painting, you got to have a binder. So that's how you do it. So if you guys are interested, let me know. I will send you some custom links and you can get yours. They are, like I said, they're ready. They're a soft set. Also, the ones that I made of these last weekend, you guys have already bought them all. They're still soft and they'll be shipping out Monday. They didn't make it today. I was hoping for today, but they'll ship on Monday. So if you have an order that has these in it, your packages will not leave until Monday. So just letting you know, these are the holographic. Oh, they're so beautiful. Oh, these girls. And then if you guys want these, tell me and I will get these for you. This set here, these four are 30 for all four. And then this set here is 60, but I can't go any lower than that because it cost me almost that much to buy the pigments. And they look the same, but it's actually 6 different colors. It's weird. Let me see if I can activate them so you guys can see them. Duh, right? Katie used
They
them,
take a
right?
while to activate.
Yeah. I'll
This
put
one's
some.
I think this one's good now.
Okay.
They take a while. Y'all want to drop some water in it when you first start painting.
Yeah, I would say probably a good, maybe even come in
This
like,
one's good and activated now.
yeah. Oh, yummy. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Prettiful. Yeah, don't be afraid to put lots of water in them either. You want to juice them. They're flake too. Oh, I was going to show you what they look like. Oh my gosh, they look just like abalone shells, don't they? They're so gorgeous. So I think I'm going to call these opal ice. And if you guys want those, I'm so excited because they're so fun to make. They're so pretty.
I'm just
Hold
putting
on.
the ice on my background, and when I resin it, you're going to be able to see it really well.
I'm looking for my little sample. Here's my sample pigments of, oh no, nope, sorry, that's these. I got confused. Hang on. Here they are.
And when I resin this, woo, it's going to sparkle.
This is what they look like before. And it takes 2 jars to make one quarter pan. 2 of these to make 1 quarter pan. Because they go flat as soon as they get wet. If they go down, they turn into nothing. But aren't they gorgeous? So they always want to turn back into their regular flake. So you have to manipulate them with binder, which is a lot
We're
of,
not going to be doing any of this on cards, are we?
what do you mean?
Phyllis is asking if you're going to be doing the opal ice or the other one. Well,
This
we
one is
already
on
have
a
the other one.
this one is on a card right now, the
Yeah, it's
Aurora,
Aurora.
and that's a steal because yeah, um, this one I can't put on a card. They don't sell it in quantity, so to
No,
buy
these are not the paints that were in the Easter set.
it, no,
You can't really see all
oh,
the shine, but when I resin it, you're going to see it.
is it on your white background?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on, guys. I'm gonna bring it up on the. Look at that. It's so dang pretty.
The holographic
Look at
trio,
the
are you going to be
sizzle.
putting that one on cards?
No, look at that one.
That's so awesome. Lori says that you're out of Aurora.
Yeah, I haven't put these in it because I wasn't sure if you guys would be okay with how I have to ship it. So
The
we are,
little ones are out too.
yeah. Well, we might have more, but um, they're small. you know, so I wasn't sure how you guys were taking it when you got them. But they're samples. They're not my normal size. You know, they're tiny. They're not. Where is my normal size? This is my normal size square up. So these are sample size of pigments that are really expensive. So I put them in this or the taller square. So if you guys are good with it, I'll put more in the store if you want some. I'll show you.
Yeah, you can definitely use all this stuff on a Galaxy Rock. It would look amazing.
For sure. Like, see, I have all these made and they're ready to go, but like some of the colors are less fluffy than others. So the blue dries shallower than the red or the pink or the green. So, but I'll go ahead and put them in the store if you guys want them. Let me find another color here. Yay, here we go. So this will be opal ice. And these are by custom order only. Jennifer, you got to take the paint off the tape off your painting. I will, I promise. I promise I will.
Send her a message on Etsy and she'll send you a
Custom
link. Custom link.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
I'm trying out this Katie.
Oh, that's going to be cool.
Man, these cameras don't even do it justice.
No, none. It sucks. I hate saying that word, but it is. It's horrible to try to catch it on film. It works better if you record it and then show it, but on live, it's like showing somebody that you're talking to on the phone. You can't get a good idea of it on live. And these are so much more vibrant than what they're showing through this silliness here. Okay, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Which one am I missing? I think it's this one. Nope, we got that one. That 2. It's that one. That was this one. Oh yeah, that's the one. Pretty, pretty, pretty.
I'm terrible at brushing writing. I have to do it with a pen and do it faux calligraphy. I like that bottom
So
right one.
this one, that's yeah.
Yeah.
They're similar but different. Like the shift is different. One's purple, one's blue shift. And then like this purple shifts to blue or green. I don't know. Anyways, they all have their own little, they're very similar, but they come in the 6-pack. So these 4 we will ship in plastic bags. Hang on, I'm
Yeah.
gonna show you. These are food grade bags. So they will ship separately, not all together. They will ship one. This is a little bit soft, but we'll put them in the bag like so. And then they'll be wrapped sort of tight, but not too tight. You know what I mean? Because they could, if they do stick to it, I really encourage you guys to stick them in the freezer when you first get them, because they're coming from a hot, outside. I recommend it for all of your watercolor paint that I make because I use honey. If you stick it in the freezer, it will help to solidify it so that when you peel off your packaging, it doesn't pull your paint out of the pot. But if your paint does dislodge, all you have to do is spatula it back in there, and when it dries, it's totally fine. Then when you want to open this, just tear down the sides like that, okay? And then you open it just like that. So you don't have to slide it out. You can just pull the top open. Got it? Okay, cool.
Awesome.
So, yay. So I guess I will let those go. I'm going to put them in the shop with a disclaimer, soft ship. And those will ship out on Monday as well. Well,
Oh, I
Monday and Tuesday.
forgot my
Monday and
dots in the
Tuesday.
middle of my flower.
Okay, I'm going to do it. Are you guys ready? Drum roll. Here we go. That is so satisfying. Ridiculous. It's so satisfying. But you got to go slow so you don't tear the paper. What a beautiful border. You guys, I did do a watercolor before I lied, but it was like a practice class I did online. Oh, my borders are not even, but like I said, I'm not a professional, so I'll show you guys my practice class watercolor from 2 or 3 years ago. I don't remember how long ago. Yes. Look at that. I did sign it. Girl, Katie, sign it. Maybe they're talking to
I'm
you.
working on
Okay.
it.
There's my painting. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited. All right, here's my very first watercolor class.
Oh, I remember those.
2019. There you go. I know. Yes, my name is Michelle. It's actually Shelly, too. I have too many names. So Wanda, Michelle, Shelly. Shelly short for Michelle. Mo is also another name that I go by. So Wanda, Michelle, Shelly, Mo. Sly is my maiden name. Rodriguez. You guys, this was so much fun. Katie, that is so dang beautiful. Isn't it something how when you put in the details, it goes kabam?
Yeah,
Hello, here I am. Yeah, it's gorgeous.
I love them both.
I didn't see, but were people interested in these going in the shop? I didn't see the count
Yes,
or anything.
yes.
Okay, so we are doing that.
Well, either you can put them in the shop, or I think you told them to send you a message.
That was for these. Uh, if you
Oh,
could send me a message on Etsy for these are by
okay.
custom order only. They're not pre-made. These are made and ready to go. They're soft,
Thanks,
but they
Jenny.
I don't
Thank
think
you,
they're going to
thank
get
you.
I don't think they're going to get any harder. So, okay, guys. That's all we got tonight. Happy Friday Night Live. Oh, there are, is it 5 or 6 new sets in the store of foil? I'm not going to show them all here, but in the group, there is a video I put together, a roll, and it shows all of the new ones, plus a restock on the turquoise art marble set from 6 months ago. We got it back in stock, so take a peek. Lots of new stuff, lots of Dollar Tree set. Well, I shouldn't say lots because you guys bought a lot of it, but There's some Dollar Tree things available, and I'm hoping to restock a little bit. I got to talk to my secret shoppers. Wink, wink, wink. And if you guys notice, I'm not upcharging too much. It does cost me to get them shipped to me, so I have to charge something. But I just priced them at $1.50, and they're $1.25 as we buy them. So it's not for profit.
Yeah.
It is just to distribute Dollar Tree things that you guys can't get in your area that we may use on a rock. So it's not to make a profit.
We can't really get them in our area too.
Right.
We just can get some here and there, but the last Dollar Tree I went to the other day where I got rub-on transfers, they're all gone. There's no rub-on transfers. It was all stickers. So I don't know what's going on with it.
I wanted to show you guys, as these dry, they get way more vivid.
Yeah.
That is the Aurora Ice. The white ones. That's these. Whee! Yeah. And that is the Opal Ice. Okay, I'm done. All this magic. All right, hugs. Thank you, Katie, so much for a wonderful evening. See you guys Monday night on YouTube, okay, 7:30. Meet me there. Ta-da!
Bye-bye.
See you later. Bye.